scared. And I couldn't blame them one bit. You know, if that was my child, I'd be the same way. I'd be wanting answers.
Well, concern and questions this afternoon as we wait to learn what caused the Leander ISD school bus to roll over with 42 students on board, sending 15 students and the driver to the hospital.
And this all happened on Nameless Road yesterday on the first day of school. And fortunately, everyone is expected to be okay.
KXAN's Brianna Hollis is live at the crash site to give us a closer look at where the bus went off the road, Bree.
So it looks like the bus skidded off the road right about here. The tire tracks coming down about 15-20 feet or so from the street. And looking around, there's debris everywhere, broken glass, window panes. And to reiterate, we still do not know what exactly caused this crash, but many folks reached out to us with concerns about the safety of these roads. So we dug into some crash data, but first we do want to introduce you all to a man who helped reunify parents and students yesterday.
When it comes to children, that's a different story.
Darwin C. Bell rushed to Round Mountain Baptist Church as soon as he learned parents were headed there after learning about Wednesday's crash.
Keep them calm, because you can understand, if my child, I'd be all nervous and everything too.
It's less than a mile away from where the school bus rolled over. Debris remains a day later, some seemingly from the emergency windows pushed out to help students escape.
It's really heartbreaking to hear about a bus accident.
The bus rolled over at one of Nameless Road's many turns on a stretch with minimal shoulder space that drivers say is often plagued with speeding.
The tailgating is my thing, and I know other people complain about people drifting over the yellow line or double yellow line.
The markings on this map show all crashes recorded by TxDOT on Nameless Road in Travis County since 2018. Those numbers totaling at 110 crashes involving about 140 vehicles and 180 people. Wednesday's crash, of course, far more personal than a statistic for the community where this happened.
My prayers are with all the kids.
And Bell was there when students on the bus first saw their parents.
Oh, let me tell you, tears were coming in my eyes. I couldn't help it. The kids was going to the parents, so they was hugging. You could tell the kids was still real nervous.
And we did get in touch with the district this afternoon. No substantial update from yesterday, and a spokesperson couldn't answer some specific questions about the bus driver or whether the students were all wearing seat belts. But in a letter home yesterday, the district said resources are available for impacted families, and we did also submit an open records request in attempts to get more information on the driver's experience and training. Jen and Daniel.
A Georgetown police officer is under arrest and on administrative leave after the department got a complaint alleging he engaged in sexual activity with a woman during a call for help. That's according to a Texas Rangers investigation into Officer Dylan Wright. Georgetown PD says the incident happened on August 1st while Wright was responding to a family violence call. He was arrested today and charged with a third-degree felony offense of misuse of official information. Now, in a statement, Georgetown PD thanked the accuser for coming forward and said it, quote, recognizes the seriousness of the allegations made against Officer Wright and understands the community's concern and expectation for transparency. Texas House Democrats may be coming home soon after releasing a list of 2 demands for their return. First, they're asking for the Speaker of the House, Dustin Burrows, and Governor Greg Abbott to commit to ending the first special session and starting a new one.
And second, they asked for California Governor Gavin Newsom to push for a redraw of that state's congressional maps and ask Newsom granted this afternoon. State Capitol correspondent Adam Schwager sat down with Democratic leader Gene Wu to talk about their plans.
We're putting the maps on the ballot and we're giving the power to the people.
California Governor Gavin Newsom calling for a November 4th referendum to draw new congressional maps.
It's not complicated. We're doing this in reaction to a president of the United States that called a sitting governor of the state of Texas and said, find me 5 seats.
For Texas, the start of the gerrymandering war between states could lead to House Democrats returning back to Austin. After fleeing the state for 2 weeks to prevent Texas Republicans from voting through congressional maps intended to give Republicans 5 more seats, they laid out 2 demands for their return. First, end the special session. Then, have Newsom respond. They feel those goals represent a win.
We're seeing that Democrats are making a difference across the country. I mean, how many people get to say that?
However, the weight of being away from home can take a toll.
Staff has been running just doing like 16, 18-hour days for 2-3 months now. People, we're human beings. We have a physical limit.
Assuming the Democrats return for the second special session, tensions are sure to be high. In response to rumors of Newsom's proposal, Texas Governor Greg Abbott floated the idea of drawing an even more favorable map to Republicans, and U.S. Senator Ted Cruz advocated for a map eliminating all Democratic congressmen from Texas. Wu says he hopes Cruz gets his way.
I'm begging you, please do it. In politics, we call that dummy mandering, where you get so greedy for power and you draw the line so thin that it's not that hard for your opponents to overcome you, especially on a wave year.
While California's election is set for November, Newsom says he'll back down if Abbott and other red state governors do. In Austin, I'm Adam Schwager.
And Governor Abbott did not respond to our request for comment on Newsom's plan. The Texas House will try to gavel in tomorrow, and Speaker Burrow says they'll end the first session then, and then Governor Abbott will call for another special session immediately afterwards.
Texans have just 3 weeks left to apply for FEMA disaster assistance if they suffer damage in the deadly flash flooding in July.
And an Austin-based nonprofit is helping everyone understand how many people are looking for that FEMA flood assistance. The data is on Texas Appleseed's Disaster Equity Data Portal, tracking the number of claims already. It covers 10 counties with disaster declarations that include individual assistance. A director at Texas Appleseed tells us why the tool is necessary.
It's also to help identify, who needs help and what kind of help they need. So when we're thinking about, as a state, as a country, how are we going to respond to this disaster and what kind of resources do we need to get people? This data can help us see what kind of help people need.
And a release from the nonprofit says the dashboard divvies up the number of applications, outcomes, and self-reports of home damage by county and zip code. It also details the eligibility rate determined by FEMA, the average dollar amount of assistance provided, and applicant characteristics like age, income, home type, and insurance status. You can explore the data yourself. Just go to KXAN.com and search FEMA data in the search bar. Well, with an eye on protecting water resources as Central Texas continues to boom, this evening Liberty Hill hosted a town hall informing residents about Pure Water LHTX.
And it's billed as an advanced water purification program. KXAN's Kevin Bosker has more now, and what some in that fast-growing city think about the idea.
Recycling water within Liberty Hill is the focus for the city as it seeks to test 2 advanced water purification systems over the next 8 months.
The processes are great, but how effective are they and how expensive are they to run? So all those things and factors will be looked at.
Public Works Director Jacob Parsons explains how the systems work at a town hall Thursday night. He says that once the piloting is done, it will need approval from the Texas Commission of Environmental Quality, TCEQ. After approval, the city will construct the facility here, a plot of land off 183 Tollway. Once completed, officials say the facility would produce up to 5 million gallons of purified water a day.
We're looking at what our future is looking like and how do we expand to meet those future demands.
Given the realities, we've got to do something to find additional water sources.
Kevin Langford has been living in Liberty Hill for the past 7 years. He says he's glad the city is doing something, but he also understands how some people feel uneasy with this system using recycled water.
I know that the water that comes out of the backside of that is as clean as what we'll get through the tap now. But just the mental concept of it, I know a lot of folks in town are struggling with.
Liberty Hill Mayor Crystal Mansilla says the new facility will help sustain Liberty Hill's growth.
This is something that we know is going to be one of our solutions, one of many, but one very important key to providing long-term water for the residents of Liberty Hill.
Kevin Bosker, KXAN News.
And the timeline for the full-scale advanced water purification facility is expected to be completed in 2030.
And for some perspective on this would not be a wastewater treatment plant. A wastewater treatment plant takes raw sewage and then cleans it to the TCEQ's standards that are environmentally safe, however, not exactly safe to drink just yet. It's then sent back into sources such as lakes or rivers. The plant that Liberty Hill wants to build does not directly treat raw sewage, but it does recycle water from multiple sources, and then it even cleans it to a higher standard set by the TCEQ to make it safe, drinkable water. Now, this would be in addition to the current water sources Liberty Hill uses, such as wells and Lake Travis. For more information on advanced water purification programs, just read up about this at kxan.com.